And spawning in... Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Wait, are they... Okay, we're good. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our Ukrainian Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Team Hyper 1. It is Michnek. Hold on. I have to change the color. Shaking my head. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Ukrainian Protoss, but now facing a Zerg, the blue Zerg representing Astronaut Esports. It is NightPhoenix. I don't really know what they're saying to each other. Translations in the chat, por favor. Translations. As we are settling in. But now we do have a pretty standard setup here. Meanwhile, once again, fast gas. Once again, we have a gas first here from NightPhoenix. We've seen the same build every game so far. Gas first into a lair, into a Nidus all-in, into a Muta follow-up. It's been the same build every game so far, and we have something similar on the horizon. Looks like they're actually talking about certain builds or timings. Show me the... What's being said, Pappy? What's being said? So we are going to be selling in. I understand that. 5.6k, so we went to ZvP. Meanwhile, lair is on the way. The probe will confirm. The probe will scout the lair timing. Does confirm the earlier gases. So Michnek is somewhat aware of what's going on. Once again, second gas. So it looks like, once again, going to be 2-base Nidus here from NightPhoenix. We'll see if that's the case. Okay. I see. That, Smurge. Este NightPhoenix. Hannibal, Papi, Hannibal. But because NightPhoenix told Michnek about the Nidus, I'm curious if we just go straight into Muta instead. Like, do we just go straight for the Spire? Like, what's the plan? As the probe is being shut down, we have enough gas for the... Yeah, we have enough gas for the link speed, but we have not researched. Okay, no link speed. We're waiting for the lair tech, and there it is. It is not the Spire. It's going to be the Infestation Pit. Okay, we are rushing into Swarm Host, I imagine. So Swarm Host rush here from NightPhoenix. Something that, okay, technically different variation off of the same opener. True. Different variation. It's going to be Swarm Host Nidus from NightPhoenix. And we'll see how Michnek can respond. See how he does respond. We'll see how he does react. For now, fully walled off. Michnek has a piece of the puzzle, and it looks like he is prepared for a Nidus worm. He's rallying here in the main base, looking for the Nidus. Likewise, rallying here as well. So we're getting ready for the Nidus worm. Unfortunately for Michnek, the Nidus worm is going to come outside of the main, is the problem. It's going to be parked out here at the third or right out here at the natural, and Stormhosts can pop off. They can go for the bases, they can go for the mineral line, they can go for the pylons. What do we go for? Michnek in the dark throws down some safety shield batteries. Does make sense. I mean, Michnek is terrified. He's terrified of what's going on, doesn't know what's coming, doesn't know what's happening. Is trying to get ready for what is to come. And here comes that Nidus. Nidus is on the way. How many Swarm Hosts do we have? We have 2 Swarm Hosts for the time being, soon to be 3. Nidus Swarm does finish. With only 3 Swarm Hosts, we can't really do much, I'll be honest. It might be wiser to just, like, pull back, to, like, wait and hold on to our Swarm Hosts a little bit longer here. But there we go. Locust over into the main. We're going to reveal our hands. Probe is going to go down. And now Mission, now he knows what's going on. Ah, I see. I understand. We do get some probe kills. Not bad. A little bit surprised. Oh my god. That's 6 probes go down. 6 workers do fall. We're going to be responding, I imagine, with Blink. Twilight Council's on the way. I mean, another response, another reaction could be a Stargate. A Stargate for Void Rays to hunt down these Overlords, to hunt down these Nidus Worms, and to shut them down. But we're not going for the Stargate. We're going for the Twilight Council instead. Interesting. Okay. As we get another Nidus towards the left-hand side. Going for the natural. Stalkers do reposition. We do have a shield battery. We should be okay as long as we pull away. We have to pull away our workers. And we do trap one. We trap two. Yeah, two probes do get caught out. Ooh, a third probe as well. Barely not. Okay, much better defense. Much better defense here by Michnek. He does retain himself for now. Does hold on. Looking at the Locust Waves, we have... Sorry, looking at the Swarm Hosts, we have 6, soon to be 7, soon to be 8. 8 Swarm Hosts. Trying to rotate around. Blink is on the horizon here for our Protoss player. Again, I'm not fully sold. I mean, Blink is a good way to keep up with Swarm Hosts, true, but that's if we already have it in the mid-game. Uh-oh. Are we going for the pylon? We're going for the mineral line. And we do dive in. We get a probe. We're going for the shield battery initially. Shield battery does go down. And we just go for the mineral line instead. 2, 3 more probes. At the same time, Locust Wave towards the natural catching stalkers, going for pylons. Good value. Efficient trades. Yeah, very efficient trades here from NightPhoenix. Third base is on the way. We're getting Burrow as well. And that Swarm Host count is getting higher and higher. That's the scary thing here. We're getting up to 8 Swarm Hosts. By the time Blink kicks in, we can actually pose a threat to them. We can be active. We can try to hunt down these Nidus Worms, but the problem here is that the Stalkers have to move out of position to actually bring them down. And once they do, we can just hit from another side. So it's easier said than done to hunt them down with these Blink Stalkers. Overcharge is spot. We get 1 Stalker so far. We get 2. Oh, barely 2. 2 Stalkers go down. Blink is done. And we have to try to hunt them down. We have to try to hunt down these Nidus Worms. Locust Wave into the main. We're going to get 1. 1 Nidus does fall. Boys are being pulled away. We're going to get a second Nidus Worm as well. The Overlord is still live. The Overlord is still up and running. And we go for the Nidus in the main. We're getting it up in the main base instead. We have to blink back, forcing the recall. No high ground vision. We do get here in time. Just the 1 Nidus left towards the left hand side, but we still have the Overlord. It is seen, it is spotted. We do shut it down. So Michnek, he's somewhat restabilizing here. We're getting a better handle of the game state, but oh my god, we lose 2 pylons. And the problem here is that NightPhoenix has been droning up, does have the better economy, is on 2 bases. Is supply blocked. Oh, sorry, that's Michnek. Michnek a little bit supply blocked, unfortunately, but we do find the final Nidus Worm. And we do shut it down. Okay, now that we're somewhat stabilizing, we need a third. We desperately need a third base, we need to probe up. And we need to get our economy up and running. As we can see, NightPhoenix working towards link speed. And that's quite a hefty swarm. 18 Swarm Hosts! Oh my god. That's too much. Too much, man. Yeah, Locust Wave is going to be forced. The army can back up. At the same time, we do get eyes on the Nidus. We got eyes on it, but can we focus it down? Ooh, it looks like we barely can. Nidus Swarm is denied. Another Nidus here on the right-hand side. Michnek getting a handle on things. Still no third base, though. Still no third Nexus. Is concerning. Is concerning here as we do move out across the map. We can avoid the Locust Wave. We can go straight to the main. We go straight to the natural. We catch 1 Swarm Host and another as well. Nice pickoffs. We get to Swarm Host, going for the Nidus Worm itself. It's going to be brought down. And from here, we can blink down to the low ground, but we have the flanking Locust Waves. They come in for the flank. Oof. And these are some brutal losses, some expensive losses here for Michnek. Yeah, the drones are being pulled. We surround the Stalkers. We trap them. We lock them in place. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this was not worth it. I mean, sure, we got the Nidus Worm, but it's going to cost us how many Stalkers? Every single one. Every Stalker's going to go down. It's a one-way trip. We get a couple of drones. But we don't have the economy to sustain these losses. That's 22 Stalkers. Oh my god. We do blink 4 of them away. 4 of them do survive. That was 23 Stalker kills. And now we just push right through the center. At this point, we don't even need the Nidus Worm. I mean, hey, we're on Ghost River. It's a very small map. We can just walk across. And now we're expanding, but again, it might just be too little too late. Locust Wave coming in. Does force a blink. I appreciate that NightPhoenix is staggering his Locust Waves. Are being staggered even. So we try to cut off those Stalkers, forcing them back. Spire is on the way. Meanwhile, back at home, we're going for Robotics Bay. It's going to be for Colossus. Colossus will help. Will help in head-on fights. But again, the third base is so late. And now we see that NightPhoenix has so much freedom. So much freedom to not just make use of this economy, but get into Spire play. Get into Mutas. Like, we have the freedom right now. We have map control to embrace Muta play. And unfortunately, Michnek just doesn't really have much to contest against NightPhoenix. Like, back at home, we have plenty to defend. We have plenty of Stormhosts, plenty of Lings. These Stalkers can't really do much, not on their own. With Colossus, it's a different story. With the Colossus. But on their own, they really only have map control. As the Stalkers are forced back. Third base still trying to get it up and running. Night Lurker ST2. One day. Different opening, same opener, but I guess different tech of choice. Did you catch some of the Mutas? Not bad. 2 Mutas are called out. At the same time, though, the mass Muta wave does get across. Now we catch out some of the reinforcing Stalkers. Oh, the Stalkers are going down. We catch a Colossus. Up. Not quite. They do survive, thankfully. Colossus do make it out, but the mineral line, I can't say the same for that. That was a good 6 probes falling. And now NightPhoenix is pushing. Suddenly, the Zerg player has map control, moving out towards that natural. Stormhosts are waddling on over. Mutas are keeping the Stalkers busy. And NightPhoenix is about to max out, even collapsing on the main army. This I'm not so sure of. We're going to trade with Stalkers. Yeah, we zone the Stalkers away. We dive in nonetheless with the mass Muta. It's not going to be the best trades here, but NightPhoenix does have the economic advantage. Catching a Colossus. Up. Doesn't quite commit. Colossus does survive. More probe is going to be falling. Picking up more Stalkers as well. Yeah, we're just picking the Protoss army apart. Barely any Stalkers left. Down to how many? Down to 5 Stalkers. That's all we have. GG gets called, and NightPhoenix will snowball out of control and will take down Michnek. GG. GG, well played. Disgusting, Pappy, disgusting. With the same opener going for a fast layer, but going into Nidus Worm Swarm Host instead of Ling Nidus here. So different follow-up, still hyper aggressive. Again, I'm not too fond of Michnek's response to going to Blink Stalkers. I would have preferred something like Stargate into Void Ray, just because it's a little bit faster. It's a little bit faster to shut down the Nidus Worms and shut down the Overlords. Technically, if NightPhoenix was going into a more queen heavy composition, you can reinforce with queens to keep the Nidus Worms up and running. But we had a low queen count. We only had 2 queens. Only 2 queens, so because of that, something like Stargate could have fared a little bit better. Alas, we waited for the blink. By the time we did, it was just too much damage. Too much damage over so much time, and GG. GG, well played. What did I just wake up to? Madness, Papi. Oh, I stand. Good morning, Papi. Good morning. Buenos dias. We just customs pretty much, and he's trying to blind counter me. Oh, I see. I see. With that, we're going to be wrapping up. With that, we are now going to be wrapping up here tonight. Again, we just wrapped up with the KSL, with the Korean StarCraft League, and now we only had our 3 replays, and we have gone over them. We have covered them. You know what time it is? It's time for food. It's time to eat, papi. Oh my god. It is what time? It is 5:30 p.m. Oh my god, it's already evening. 5:30 p.m. here in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna go get some work done. I have some VODs set. I gotta edit the VODs, gotta work on the channel, of course. I might ladder later. I might do a cheeky ladder session, but I require food first. I'm gonna require food first before we think about the ladder. So we'll see. We'll see when we do decide to ladder. For those that are curious, I don't ladder on the Cranky Ducklings. This channel is only for casting. We, for the most part, sometimes we do team games. Sometimes we have team games here on the Cranky Ducklings, but for the most part, casting. If you're curious about my ladder session, I barely get time to ladder, so I'm very rusty, but I'm going to be streaming over on my channel, over on ZvP, over on Twitch. Otherwise, we're done. Otherwise, wrapping up. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Sparkling Tuna Cup and World Team League. Otherwise, hasta luego. See you when we see you. Oh, you can support us, of course, by following us. Bam! Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. Social media links are in the chat. If you're interested, you can follow us there. You'll be notified when we go live. Otherwise, you can support us on Patreon. You can subscribe as well on Twitch. You can become a member on YouTube. Other ways you can support us if you're interested to help fund and help facilitate our tournaments. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.